Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, the Azimio panelists came out clear to give away on how they're going to select a running mate to Raila ODINGA. In fact, they changed from interviewing people to another process that each and every affiliate party to Azimio to send the application, whoever is willing to send the application. Then in the process, they are going to go through those applications and select the best running mate to Raila ODINGA. So no more interview, only application. And they were giving up to 24 hours. After that, Kalonzo Musyoka came out in a press briefing and he gave out his schedule on how he's going to campaign for Raila ODINGA. So Kalonzo did not submit his application. And therefore, we thought today Kalonzo, then he's just going to campaign for Raila ODINGA. But instead, the main agenda for Kalonzo Musyoka's rallies today in Ukambani and part of Coast Region was number one, to respond to this panel. And number two, to respond to President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila ODINGA. Because there are things Kalonzo Musyoka has said today in his rally that kama unadhani unaeza tisha Kalonzo, you need prayers. That's what he has said. And number two, Kalonzo Musyoka has said that mimi sipangwingwi, a phrase that has been used mostly with the youth, but again the slogan has been associated more with the William Samuel Ruto. So Kalonzo has told Raila ODINGA and President Uhuru Kenyatta ya kwamba yeye hata kubali kupangwa. Number three, again, instead of submitting his name through Wiper Party, Kalonzo has avoided that. And now we saw Gideon Moi sharing a letter that he has submitted to this panel where Kanu Party is proposing Kalonzo Musyoka as a preferred running mate. So it means Kalonzo is evading the process. And the reason behind this is just one. Just in case he will not be selected as a running mate to Raila ODINGA, then Kalonzo Musyoka will be free to protest because through his political party, Wiper, he did not submit an application. That means he does not agree to this panel. And so submitting through Kanu Party, it means he's just hoping in case they will select him, fine and good. And if not, then he will have a chance to disagree with the decision by this panel. And again, in response to the panel, Kalonzo Musyoka, this panel is mainly made up of the bishops and then some other political leaders. And Kalonzo has told the bishop openly that he is a Christian and he respects the bishops. But he's telling them to understand him, that this is a political process. I want us to go through the letter which was shared by Gideon Moi. Then we are going to continue with this conversation. That's to understand what Kanu Party is saying. Dated 4th May 2022, that means today. Yesterday, sorry. Chairman to the chairman. Deputy President Selection Panel, Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya Coalition Party. Dear Sir, Honorable Stephen Kalonzo, the above refers the Kenya National African Union, Kanu, hereby propose and submit the name of His Excellency Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as its preferred candidate for the position of Deputy President in forthcoming general election. It is our considered opinion and strongly believe that His Excellency Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka fits the bill and is the most suitable individual to deputize His Excellency Right Honorable Raila ODINGA. It is our sincere hope that this panel will consider and find him appropriate for the position of Deputy President and consequently recommend his selection as such. Yours sincere, Senator Honorable Gideon Kipseley Moi, the National chairman, Kenya African National Union. So that is Kanu. Now, sending the application to the panel on behalf of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka rather than Wiper Party doing that. Now, with this all politics playing out, the question we are asking ourselves here is what next for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? If really things will not go his side, what next for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? Is it either his side or the highway? That is what we want to try and analyze. But before we go deep into that, a quick request. You might be watching this channel but you are not yet subscribed. My humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our video to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, Kalonzo Musyoka is saying that Kenya is not America, where they will need to interview him so that he can become a running mate to Raila Amolo Odinga. Here, what he means is that he's coming with his Wiper Party. He's not a member of ODM for him to go through interview so that he can become a suitable running mate to Raila Odinga. Because in America, you know, we have this political party. They are very strong. You are either Democrat or Republican. So you will be interviewed as long as you are one of these political parties. But Kalonzo is saying, I'm coming with my own support, with the Wiper Party first, then my community second. And again, another thing that is making it clear is that he's asking a question. Among all these people who are applying for the running mate position, he's asking, who among the individuals had the ambition to become president, but later shelved his ambition in favor of Raila Odinga? He's asking these people to point out anyone among these people who are applying. So that means Kalonzo had his ambition, he had shown it, he was campaigning for it, but then he's the only person who came down and shelved this ambition in support of Raila Odinga. So in that way, he's requesting, not requesting by the way, he is demanding for the position of a running mate because he has sacrificed to shelve his ambition of running for the presidency. So for that reason, Kalonzo sees himself more senior than anyone else among these individuals who are applying. And for that reason, he is saying that he cannot send application. I think 24 hours is elapsing. So he has made it clear. Another thing that is also coming out seriously is that instead of, someone asked me yesterday, why are we discussing Kalonzo more? The truth is that Kalonzo is trending. Not for the good reason, but for the bad reason in Azimio. And what Kalonzo is trying to do here again is to divert attention from Raila Amolo Odinga's campaign to focus now on Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. So you see, Kalonzo is simply after his personal interest, but not the interest of Azimio. Because he's trying hard every day, even after announcing to campaign for Raila Odinga. Instead, what is happening in this campaign is contrary. He's taking former Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko to Mombasa, and he's saying that Nairobi we gave to Jubilee, now Mombasa should be given to Wiper. When really, in real sense, Jubilee took the governor position, but again they rewarded the Wiper Party with a running mate. So you see, it was shared between Jubilee and the Wiper. So the real issue is contradicting. Because again, if you get to Mombasa, ODM have a strong candidate. Then we have UDA on the ground. So in whose interest is Kalonzo Musyoka working for? Again, the issue of associating himself with a phrase, Sipangwingwi, a phrase that has been largely associated with William Samoei Ruto. That means Kalonzo Musyoka is simply adopting the William Ruto way. In as much as saying that he's against William Ruto, but the truth is that he's playing to William Ruto tune, but not playing into Raila Amolo Odinga's side. So Kalonzo is showing out his face, and he's clear. Because we understand one thing. If Kalonzo was serious that he wants to work within Azimio, and if he will not be selected, there's no problem, then what he was supposed to do is exactly what Mudavadi did in 2017. Because, these politicians would want to use your name to popularize for themselves. And that is what maybe Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Wambua, and the team they're trying to do. Danny Manzo. Same thing Malala was doing in 2017. He said, no Mudavadi, no NASA. But as an MCA, he needed such a platform to popularize for himself so that the whole Kakamega will know him. And yes, he gained. He was elected as the senator from an MCA. Because through that demonstration, no NASA, he became popular. Something that is playing to wipe. But Mudavadi was brave. He knew that there are possibilities that he will not be selected presidential candidate and even not a running mate. So he came back home and he told the lawyers that, look here, I know you love me, you want me to be Raila Amolo Odinga's running mate or be presidential candidate, but let us agree. It can be either me or someone else. What we want to make sure is that tunapea huyu mzee our support. When he wins, it means all of us have won. So in that way, lawyers understood Mudavadi. And later, there was no any protest against the decision. Because even now, it became Musalia Mudavadi who was announcing the presidential candidate, that's Shagibera, the running mate, and all those other positions. Lawyers agreed to that 100%. There was no dissenting voice because Mudavadi prepared them earlier. Same thing that people anticipated Kalonzo Musyoka to do. To prepare the Kamba and all of his supporters that it can be either my way or someone else's favor. So in that way, Kambas were going to accept someone else if it was not going to be for Kalonzo. But what Kalonzo is doing as of now is to prepare the Kamba community to protest against any decision that will favor another candidate who will not be Kalonzo Musyoka. That is what he's doing. Because that is what, if you look on how he's approaching these people in the campaign, he is clear that he needs to sit down with President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga na yeye mwenyewe, watu watatu wajifanyie interview yao wenyewe na wakuja na jina moja yenye itakuwa running mate. That means kama Uhuru atake Kalonzo akue, then Uhuru akue running mate to Raila Odinga. So between these three, you see, Kalonzo is saying that it's either my way or the highway. Because if you are calling for a meeting of 3 people as a panelist to select a running mate for Raila Odinga, then it means, okay, Uhuru, you are coming with the Jubilee. Then I'm coming with my Wiper party. So choose, do you want to be a running mate or it's me, or then it is going to be me, a running mate. And we know what our constitution says. Uhuru has served 2 terms. He can be a running mate if he wants, but again, that's a small position. It will be demeaning for him. He will not take. So, in my own view, Kalonzo is preparing the Kamba people to reject the decision of the panel if it is not going to favor him. The big problem, it is too late. It is too late. Kambas have made their mind. They have suffered a lot, and they have decided if they are going to vote for Raila, they will vote. If they are prepared to vote for William Ruto, they will vote. I don't know what to think about this, but that's my view. Though I believe that as long as it will not be Kalonzo, then Kalonzo, my question is how and what is he going to tell his people? Because he has prepared them that it is either him or not. That means it will backfire on Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka's face. See you in our next video.